Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to day 2 of our special fun pumpkin project. If you did yesterday's project, then you are ready with your orange paper. Your orange paper may not look exactly the same as my orange paper. If you used more red than I did, then your orange paper will be a little bit darker. And if you used more yellow than I did, then your orange paper will be a little bit lighter. I don't know why I have glue there because we don't need glue. Okay, so what you're going to need for today's activity is the paper that you made yesterday. If you haven't painted a paper yet, then go back and do yesterday's video today and watch that video and make your orange paper. But then it has to dry, so you can do this part later. But otherwise, take your orange paper that you made yesterday, and you're going to use a pencil, and I like to use a black marker, but you can use a black crayon if you need to, and a pair of scissors. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at our paper, and we kind of want to estimate right about where the middle of the paper is. And we're going to take our pencil, and all we're going to do is we're going to go around to the left and go straight to the bottom. And then not very far, we're going to go around to the right. So you have kind of what looks like a giant pumpkin seed on your paper. And then you're going to go and do the same thing, but you're going to go a little bit further out this time, like this. And you notice my line got kind of bent, but that's okay. It's all right to have a bent line. I'm going to make my video out a little bit more so that you can see my whole paper. There you go. All right, that's a little bit better. All right, now here we go. And I'm going to go, and I'm just going to keep doing that until I've decided my pumpkin is big enough. And it may be that you decide right here is big enough. Or you may want to go all the way out to the edge of your paper. However you want to do it. I think mine is probably big enough now. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make a little bit of a mark right here on that. And then I'm going to come back now with my orange marker. You can use an orange crayon. And all I'm going to do is trace. And these are going to be the ribs of your pumpkin. So I'm just going to trace my lines. I don't have to really worry about where to put them because I've already drawn them. So I'm just going to trace them. And I didn't quite get on that one because I'm reaching around the camera, but that's okay because pumpkins are not perfect, just like people are not perfect, and that's okay. Everybody is unique and different and special because they're different, and that's the same thing with pumpkins. Pumpkins are beautiful because they're unique and special and different, and each one is different, just like each one of you is different, and that's what makes you special. There we go. All right, now I have my pumpkins, and I'm just going to put a tiny little mark right there, and I'm actually going to color it because I don't think my green will show up. There you go. And that gives us a little bit of a stem. There's not much of a stem on this project, but that's okay, because sometimes people don't start right on the top and they start their circle here, and then we can add the stem on. And sometimes people I like to start at the top because it gives you a bigger pumpkin. Okay, and then you're going to take your scissors. Now, this is where you can get tricky. You want to make sure that you're only cutting on the very outside edge. You don't want to cut on the ribs. You just want to cut on the very outside edge. So I'm going to, remember, I'm going to glue my hand. Today I'm going to glue my hand down to the table just because you can see it better. You can't really see where I glue my arm, and so I'm going to glue it. And now this hand is just going to go chomp, chomp, chomp. And then this hand is going to say, turn your paper. Okay, so here we go. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Turn your paper. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Turn your paper. Now this one, and I'm right on the outside edge here. And I'm just going up and down on the outside edge. And notice how my one hand is staying stuck. I know you can't see it, but you can tell it's not really moving. This hand, it's staying stuck to the table. And now I'm going to go put my scissors back around and chomp, chomp, chomp. And then move in it a little bit. Turn the paper. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Turn the paper. Chomp, chomp, chomp. I'm only cutting the outside edge. There's not a lot of cutting on this project. Turn the paper. And now my pumpkin is Dunkin'. My pumpkin is Dumpkin. There we go. And I have made my beautiful pumpkin project. If I want to, I can take a brown crayon, which I didn't put on the knead tool because you don't, part of the activity, because you don't have to do that. And I'm going to color my pumpkin blossom down at the bottom, my blossom end, which is where the pumpkin started to grow out of the blossom before it became a green pumpkin. And then I'm going to take my green and I'm going to go and just maybe top off my stem up here with a little bit of green. There we go. And then I will put a picture of this on Seesaw so that you can see the project and make your own. Have fun.